more Baba Is You, where we are ankle deep into the meta world. I imagine it will sort of get more complex the further we get along into this and the more level is we find. But so far it seems like we're just going through block to block, and then the last one has a level is for us to solve that will kind of let us out of that particular area. I'm seeing already though that if we get up to this one, I guess I should. They're probably going to lead us more or less in order. So we're gonna get here and 6, and then we're gonna get I guess we're gonna get 6 is gonna be, we're gonna be able to say level is flags because flag is pushing open and doors shut and stop. So we're gonna be able to like get this into a flag and then push it right, and then go around and push it down and push it right into the door, and that'll let us into stages 7 and 8. I feel like that's the kind of thing it's gonna be. Like we're at the end of each of these little blocks of stages is gonna be a level is statement that will take us to the next block. So 5, 6, and then we're gonna do 7 and 8 here after going through the door, and then it'll give us something that, in combination with all this stuff, allows us to get through all this to stages 9 and 10. But we gotta get through stage 5 before that happens, don't we? Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have a level is in this one even. Cliff. Have we ever had Cliff before? Cliff is not Bubba's us. Cliff is not Bubba. Cliff is not Fall. Okay, so the reason we need Fall to happen at some point is because the win thing is like is stuck in here, so it's not, we couldn't get anything to be is win without getting this out. But if we do level is Fall right now, then all the text falls and everything's bad. Oh, and in fact, actually level is Fall isn't good. Interesting. So level is Fall. Makes the entire level go down, which I was expecting everything in the level to go down, but I never quite know what it will make to fall. So this stuff down here is rubble. It's not actually mentioned as a keyword anywhere. So we've got the word Baba, we've got not. So we could say level is Baba, and then we get another Baba. That probably will be important later, I'm imagining. You know what? I might as well just do it now, because there's no harm to having it be Baba, I suppose. I was thinking ahead to like maybe sinking a Baba or 2 into here to get past, but I may as well just do it now so that I can identify to myself that this is a level that has a level is keyword in it. Baba is the only thing that would be helpful anyway, I imagine. So I'm getting that we're probably supposed to make some things fall and some things not. So just out of curiosity, what would constitute level on? I guess level on Baba is Fall. The same thing is going to happen because the entire level is on the Baba. Like it shares space with Baba in some way. So level on Baba. Level on Baba is Fall. The whole thing will go. So the cliff's falling. Oh well, cliff's okay. So if cliff can fall. That's fine, except that the cliff is not fall. Okay, that's why they've done that. It's because if you had the cliff fall, these two would go down, so that there would be an open space to push the win. But we don't have like text, so it's not like we can just say text falls, but even if we did, that would make all the statements would get broken. These two would stay intact actually, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. But so we're supposed to use this on conditionally to make sense that only some things fall, I think. I'm getting that sense, I just don't know what. Everything is on the level, so doing on level is Fall shouldn't help. The only other things we can make fall are Cliff, which is not Fall, and then Baba. So what would Baba falling do? And I'm pretty sure we said before you can't just say on level so it does anything on level. This will just do level is Fall, right? Okay. Okay, so let me just ask myself, what do we actually have to maneuver? So level is Fall, Baba not on. So none of this stuff up here, unless things start falling, will be accessible to us. I think they are designed with the intent that they be there forever. Although level is Fall, that genuinely just makes the level itself fall. It doesn't actually make it so that everything in it falls as well, right? Because if you could do that, then you could do level is Fall in such a way that the win ended up on Baba is. So like for instance, I assume we have to use this not and on in some kind of way. Oh, you know what? That's probably why they've only given you 2 spaces here, is that you don't think it works like that, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure level is Fall it doesn't impact the layout of things within the level, right? It just makes the entire level go to the south end of playable space. Can I like pause it to see? I'm pretty sure nothing else is actually moving. Okay, so level is Fall, we don't want, I think, at any point. So level, if I'm understanding correctly, level not on Baba is Fall won't make the stuff in here fall. It will just make nothing happen because the level is on Baba. It's the only one that can fall, therefore. So nothing will happen here. Baba is Fall, I don't seem to have any reason to want at the moment because it'll just put me at the bottom and then that is all we can do. I suppose. So Cliff is not Fall and not Baba, but it can be level. And if we do that, then we get these like sort of squarish things, which doesn't immediately let us in here. But then if we say level is fall, I suppose we could set it up so that... Oh, actually, so now would be a good time for level not on Baba is fall, because these levels are not on Baba, right? I think I've cracked it there. I'm glad I thought about that possibility beforehand and dismissed it for the actual level, but it makes sense for these little levels, right? Because level not on Baba's fall... level not... That's not correct. Level not on Baba is fall, not level not Baba on is fall. So that means these two go down and we can get the win out, right? Ah! Success! That one could have been so much worse. I had very much the idea of what sort of things I was meant to be looking for correct in that, I think. It was really just about cluing into what could be changed about that stuff at the top there. Which was none of what was already written, but you could add something. One-way entrance. Okay, so there is a level is in the previous one, so I should be careful. I shouldn't assume that level is what's going on here. And as a matter of fact, I don't see a level is here, so perhaps... Oh, hang on. Was level is flag possible from stage 3? Yes, it is. I think, right? Because what did I said level is Baba? So actually, it's probably easier to do level is flag. And now that we have a Baba from the other one, we could use that flag. Okay, so we'll do that in a minute, but let me just clear stage 6 before we do. Level meta 6, one-way entrance. Love is rock, Baba is us. Hedge is stop, rock is love. Flag on Kiki is win, skull is defeat, Kiki is fall, Kiki facing, rock is weak. Okay, so rock and love are swapping between each other at every turn, okay? Other than that, what is their difference? Rock is love is rock. Kiki facing rock is weak, so we don't want the Kiki to face the rock, so it's a matter of timing, I guess? Skull is defeat, Kiki is fall, so if I do this, the Kiki goes through them, right? I can also say that Kiki is push. Oh, sorry. I don't know why my mind was locked into stage 3 booby trap, and so I was like, Baba isn't allowed to walk through here, but that's not true. So the point is, if a Kiki falls through these skulls to end up in any of these 4 spaces, I can't go down and push them to the left. Or can I? Hang on a minute. So if we do this with you, and then I get like a Kiki is going here, just using the fall word to, it doesn't quite work, huh? I was gonna say if I did this, that this was like this, and then I got the push word to be here, but there isn't a way to do that, because best I could do is something like this. Once it's in here, I can't, like if I wanted to get something from this skull down here, I can't do that, because I'll die. Okay, so that's why that's not possible. I thought that seemed too simple. I was gonna say, if you had Kiki is and then push here, you could go past the Kiki and then make it push and then push it back left. You know what? That wouldn't even help you, because if you then have to push the Kiki right as far as here for you to get out. Anyway, what they're clearly trying to get you to do is you get it onto the ice and then make it fall so that it goes down as far as here and you can push it to the right here. That's the idea. Or at the very least, that's what you're expected to think upon looking right at it for the first time. So the trouble with that, of course, is starting from a baseline of simply Kiki is push. Oh, well, for first thing, you can't even really get it in here. But even if you could, if you got it in here with like this, the problem is that you can it's only safe for this turn. So this action would also have to make Kiki is fall. Otherwise, it's weak and on the ice, so it explodes. That's like the core problem of this. But it may... The thing I was thinking earlier may have some merit here in that we may be trying to have Kiki is push and then... No, we don't have no words for that, do we? The only thing I can think is if we push to the right and then... But we were pushing fall before it, like, just imagine that the Kiki word here is fall. If we did this sort of thing... Oh, sorry, no, it would be the Kiki word, and we'd have is fall already here, so that when we did, this, we also formed Kiki is fall. Is it possible to have is fall already here, though? I would think no, because you have to have the is push. You would have to have the is push constant. I guess if you have 2 Kiki words, Kiki is push. Well, no, then you couldn't do this fall, because it wouldn't fall through the text. That is the crux of it, though. It would appear you're gonna push Kiki onto this ice, and at some way form Kiki is fall at the same time. You imagine. The only object word we have here is Kiki, so it's not as though I could say Kiki is something else for as long as it's here, and then change it back into Kiki later. Head stop, Baba's skull is defeat. Kiki facing rock is weak, flag on Kiki is win. So get the Kiki to the flag, presumably... so I'm pretty sure well, I shouldn't say pretty sure. I'm thinking this is not in fact a misdirect. It's not like this is a red herring and you're actually supposed to have what I was saying earlier where you do Kiki is and push and Kiki is here. And you go past the Kiki while forming Kiki is push. Because again, that doesn't actually... Oh... Well, I guess maybe it would... Yeah, well, no, you know what? I was saying earlier that wouldn't help because you'd get Kiki stuck here, but I guess you could do that and then put them back over this nub and then form Kiki as fall. Regardless, I don't feel that it is a red herring and that you're supposed to do that. I think you are supposed to get it onto the ice and then fall. So some questions I should ask myself. How does it get onto the ice? Well, I think that should be fairly obvious that I push it because it's the only ways that... Two ways it can move are by being pushed or falling, and it doesn't fall sideways. So it goes here, so it goes onto one of these 5 spaces, and then I push it along. How can it get onto these 5 spaces? Well, I can see 2 ways. 1, I push it through the skulls with a word, or 2, I have some other words set up there ahead of time, like this, and then... No, that doesn't even make sense anyway. I was going to say, just basically put something in here, and then so it can fall and land on that. Regardless, it involves putting some text in the skulls, right, is the point I'm trying to get at here. I would think we're starting with pushing things, the Kiki through here. Oh, so you know what? That thing I was saying earlier of, like, we're going to push the word fall along with Kiki... And then I went, oh no, it would have to be Kiki for Kiki is this way. We can actually make it Kiki is, and then, or sorry, Kiki is, and then the fall word can come here. So it's actually, I think I might have solved it. I think it's perhaps as simple as that. Well, I say it's as simple as that. I suppose we only have the one is even still. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So I think we are doing Kiki is push, and then, okay, I think maybe what's going on is we're getting this Kiki is from the top here, and so we're gonna do this to get the Kiki 1 through, and then make Kiki is push again, and then do this, and now the Kiki is there is in the prime position that I can push fall here at the... Oh, I have to get fall through as well. Oh, okay, right, so I just gotta get 2 other words. In this case, Kiki and push to do the same thing with fall, like so, and then all I have to do is time it so that we push it onto it when it becomes the heart, and then it will also be Kiki is fall, and it will go down there. Oh, right, it has to be push first. Now, how do I do that? What do I need? Oh, so maybe what I have to do is have had Kiki already be on push, such as... just restart it all. This kind of thing, and then break this, and then set it up like this. And we do this, and then we get the fall through by doing this. Does that work? I think it does. Yeah, okay, cool. Except Kiki needs to be push again. Oh, well, the rock isn't stop or anything like that, right? So I could... Oh, no, wait, hang on. So I could do this, but then push is gone. Definitely gone forever, whereas the moment I think it's just mostly... that's fine, because we can do... Well, I wouldn't say it's fine just yet, but we can get Kiki's push with that. I just... How do I get this Kiki down here? I'm quite close to the right answer, I think. Just how do we reform Kiki's push by the end? I guess that might mean I've thought about this the wrong way, somehow. But it sure felt right a moment ago. So Kiki does need to be pushed as far as here, and then be fall in the same turn like this. But then Kiki does need to be pushed again. Okay, so maybe are we doing something where there's a horizontal statement in here at the same time? Well, there's only one is, so it can't be both. And if I were to swap the position of this Kiki and this fall, we wouldn't build Kiki as fall at the right time. I've certainly got the right idea here. Whether it's this particular configuration, I'm not sure. Like, maybe, I don't know if I'm perma-screwed at this point, or if there's something else I should be able to do here to get this is push going again without ruining everything. If the push is going to be here... Okay, sorry, so why is the push here? It's there because I wanted to break break the statement this way. There may be another way to break the statement, though. So I felt this was right rather than something like this, because... I mean, that doesn't achieve anything. Yeah, I don't think it can't be a horizontal statement, right? Except for the way that I... No, I didn't even in the end. Or no, I did. The thing about a horizontal statement is to get 3 pieces of text down in here, you have to sacrifice 3 others, which we do not have. Or a Baba third. In which case, it's bad. It would be fine if once Kiki was pushed, it would automatically go to the flag, but it's not how that works. So I will say that this feels right. I feel like I haven't made a mistake with this setup yet. In which case, The only word that could push fall down is Kiki, because those are the only ones we have here. So we do get this situation, but if I want this to do anything, then Kiki does have to be pushed, so there has to be a Kiki here, and we are again in the same setup. And the reason I'm convinced that fall, this change has to happen in one turn is because you only get one turn before it goes back to the rock. Mind, it is Kiki facing rock is weak. Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to face to the right if we push it to the right, right? There's no way we can move it to the right without it facing the right, so it doesn't matter if it's facing or near or whatever. It enters this way, period, basically. The thing is, we don't need fall anymore. I just don't know how that helps. Doing this seems to lose you push forever, which you don't want. Doing this to get the Kiki word kills Baba. Doing this, fall and Kiki are both stuck. Like, these two are both in the skulls, which feels wrong and doesn't achieve anything. But the real problem is how would I get this to be that? And again, it's not like I just have to do that and then we win. I have to do that and then live so that we can actually push Kiki, and then Does putting the is push here help with anything? Like, does that somehow make it easier to get the Kiki word? It feels like I've put too many words into skulls at this point, I guess is my thing. So I'm feeling like there's probably some other way to get fall in there in the first place. Because at that point, we still have fall and Kiki, right? So is there some way to use two of these two words to get fall right before the push so that I can make that rightward motion, because that felt extremely right, and still have a word... Oh, okay. Well... I mean, the alternative would be... no, it doesn't work like that. It has to be fall at some point. I was going to say the alternative would be to do this and then go back and set this up with this Kiki word somehow to do Kiki is push sideways, but that defeats the entire purpose because Kiki didn't fall. Is it maybe rather than pushing the Kiki in there like that, is it something more like we do Kiki is push and we push them in with fall, and then once we do this, we're gonna get Kiki is fall at the same time somehow? Oh, in which case... No, I mean, how does that work? If Kiki is fall horizontally in the skulls, how do we make it suddenly happen? It would have to be the other way around? I guess? Because we want Kiki to be pushed the entire time, really, if we could help it. So it would be something more like... I think I am going to be able to, like, logic my way to this, just like trial and error, one thing after the other. Why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this work? If we do this kind of thing, and then we're setting up Kiki as fall. Like, if we were to then get the fall through like this, we do have the setup for... We got Kiki as push, and we're going to set up the fall thing here, but it doesn't happen quite in the right spacing. It doesn't feel like especially far off, I guess. Okay, if I'm moving... Well, unless there's something in between us, I suppose. I guess I should ask myself, what is up with these spots here? I guess they're probably to make it so that you can't just make a floor for Kiki to walk across. And the reason this fall has to be this far is because if it was here, that means when the is statement was here, Kiki is fall, which means Kiki is push, it's in the wall. I do feel like I'm circling the answer. I think one of the things I've tried is closer than the other, I just don't know which one. It does seem to make sense that Kiki should end up here though, right? Like, why should I make myself push them more than once? Right, it's because it's not that I need to break Kiki's push at any time. In fact, it's better if we don't. It's just that they only need to be fall for the one turn. Or in a revocable way, anyway. Just after they have been pushed. Even if they continue to be pushed, they need to be pushed one turn, and then the next turn be fall. Even if they're still push. So whatever thing I do moving has to make fall happen. But like that, the only thing I can think would be Baba is here, fall is here, and we push it here to make Kiki is push and Kiki is fall. Because the horizontal one is going to stay. Like if there's a horizontal statement and Baba is going to be moving horizontally, we're not breaking the horizontal statement. We're going to break a vertical statement. Or create one, generally. The only way we could create a horizontal statement is if the is were also on this area, which doesn't seem right. But that first thing we did where we had fall and push, I don't think that can be right in any context, because even if we did like fall, push, and then there was some junk word here, as soon as we get that all moving to the right and there's something in here, we can't, like, move any of that back left. And I can't go into this little trough and move up to free anything because, like, I'll go into the skulls then. So it's not as though fall and push end up left and right-wise, like, horizontally beside each other, I don't think. So then it would only stand to reason, you would imagine, that one of them is horizontal and one of them is vertical. This is a very pretty area, by the way. Like, the stone path going into it and all the grass around it and everything. The flowers. You would think it then is something like this, where we're doing this, and then the is fall thing. Oh, well, here's a question. No, that doesn't work. I was gonna ask if, it could be, if it, on the same turn that it loses fall, will it fall? But that would mean it would have to be fall before I push it, in which case it would just go down here. Oh! I don't know how yet, but is there some, if I had fall down here, could I set up, like I was thinking of doing with push, Kiki is fall by pushing the fall to the left, and then it ends up to my right? It would have to also be is push at the same time. Which sounds hard to do, plus how would I get fall all the way down here without sacrificing all the text? Okay, no, that's probably not it. I did not press anything, why did it restart? What the hell? That was so weird. Does it just do that after a while? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Once I figured out what I was doing with the flag situation there on the overworld, I thought we were going to have a lot of progress done this episode, but much like the previous episode, first mission I got done pretty quick, and the second one's giving me the runaround. But again, I feel like I have been very close. I'm just not sure which of my ideas to revisit, because I feel like I was right on one of them, sort of. I don't think it's the one... I don't think we want the one where Kiki was on the same tile as push, because that means to move Kiki, I have to break push and then reform it later. And as we saw, basically what that means is moving the push to the right and losing it forever. So it felt like a clever idea at the time because that was the way I was going to get fall to happen, was usurping push's place. But the fact that I need to have push again later and I can't really like come at it from the right to fix that is a problem. And at that point the is would be here and I couldn't move it to the left. Not that that would help us get to push, I guess. So I think don't have the Kiki on the push. If you're using Kiki as push to get push and the Kiki in this whole area, you're doing this probably. I'm just assuming again it has to happen at the far right here because I don't see how starting from further back would help. Which sounds like we're doing this, at which point you still got the Kiki is, and we have to make Kiki, well, we have to make Kiki as push and Kiki as fall more or less at the same time. Okay, just think about this just one thing at a time. If Kiki is pushed like this, the two ways we make fall are, well, there's only one way, because we couldn't push it from the side to, like, usurp it or anything. It's like this, which you patently cannot do from in there while you're also pushing Kiki, so that's a bust, which means that Kiki is push also isn't written like this. If Kiki has to be pushed and I got the Kiki in here by doing this, then you would imagine that Kiki is pushed like this, which means the fall thing is happening if you use the is to get it in there like this, which means if you do this, Kiki falls before you can do anything, and if you do it with the Kiki so that the fall is in a place where you can sort of place it correctly like this, you get what we had before where you make fall but you don't push the Kiki in that space, so what's the point? So we've tried Kiki as push in the two ways that seem to make sense from that angle, assuming you pushed Kiki in with the word push. So now assuming instead that you push them in with the word fall, like so, Kiki as fall has to happen this way, but I don't understand how you could possibly make that in a way that you could push Kiki and fix it at the same time. Push Kiki and turn the fall on at the same time, because as it stands, if it's on too early, if that happens. So wait, it's kind of feeling like maybe it was my earlier idea. Well, and again, if you were to do is fall vertically like this, the only way to set it up is to set it up too early. That first thing I tried though, where I got Kiki as far as dropping down the bottom, where I did it feels like the most like Solvy way to do it, I guess, where you get Kiki on the word push. So let me revisit that. Maybe I gave up on it too early. The reason this is good is because you can get the fall and push set up there such that you do this and Kiki goes through safe. By the way, does it actually matter when I do this? It doesn't seem to. It doesn't matter when I do it so long as Kiki doesn't stop here. Oh, well, there's an idea. So it doesn't have to happen So if you can do it, if you make the change on the same turn, then it does not matter whether it's on the heart or the rock. But if you're not making the change on the same turn, then if you do it when it's the heart, it becomes the rock and it's bad. But if you wait, you can do this and then one other thing, I guess. I don't know what you would do from after having done this. The only way you can go is left, right? So I guess that's nothing. Because what could you do that was just left of you? If you just walked over there. I mean, you could push it further right, but... Oh, interesting. Why does that break the Kiki? I guess for half a second it is facing the rock, and then it does explode. I don't know why it's restarting, by the way. I'm not doing that. Hang on. Oh my god, I think I had this voice command program up that I was testing out for a video later. I think I had it still on, so it was reading I had certain words programmed to do Control R to restart. And I think it was reading certain things I was saying and inputting the command Control R. I was setting that voice thing up like 3 days ago. Has the voice thing been on this whole time? Accepting commands? What other things has it done when I've just been talking randomly? Anyway, don't worry about that. That's one mystery solved anyway. I've been saying like the forbidden words that are supposed to restart by hitting Control R. Anyway, let's maybe lose my train of thought. Oh right. Anyways, so I'm pretty sure that one extra turn you get if you leave it on the ice while it's a heart doesn't do anything, because you could go up and die, down and die, right and then Kiki explodes, or left and do nothing. So you can't do anything on that turn. We are in the end going to make it fall and push it onto this ice and have it be fall in that one turn. And this whole flipping situation is just to make it so that you can't push it here and then go back and like set out something else. I am running out of ideas though. I feel like it is one of the ideas I've tried and I just did it in a suboptimal way or something. Okay. Think. If we had fall, push, Kiki, and we pushed that to the right. So, Kiki is push, and the fall word was here. And we pushed Kiki that way. We would get Kiki is fall, and then push would be here. And then the Kiki would go here and then fall. And if we wanted to make it push, we could, because there's nothing blocking this anymore, because Kiki's moved on, and it was never stopped to begin with. So we could go in through the other way and push it back to be Kiki is push. Oh. Okay, sorry. I think that works. If we do... let's try this. It's like I was thinking, I think Kiki should be... Oh. Should be here. Okay, no, wait, maybe we can still do this. So if we use this Kiki word to get the Kiki where we need it to be, then we use... so push needs to end up here. So we do this... Okay, wait, what if we did this here? No, we did the fall. Yeah, the fall. Kiki fall. Kiki is fall push? No, we can't. Well, we can't. Let's just do is fall push here to start. No, it needs to be push and then fall. So this has to happen. Oh. I see the problem with that line of thinking. What I was going to say was if we did something like this, we could go duh, 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 but then the is in the wrong spot. If this were currently here, this would be fine, because then we would have Kiki is push, and then we would get our boosh, where it becomes Kiki is fall, and we push the Kiki, and then it falls, and then we could go back around and fix that by doing this. Oh, silly me. Okay, yeah, that we can do that, because that's why it's called one-way entrance. I was starting to clock onto that, because you're going to have to go through it from multiple directions. It's a one-way entrance for Kiki, but for you can go either way. And that's kind of the sort of trick play on words thing. I think we can do this. It has to be fall first, right? Yeah, okay. Bear with me here. If we do that same thing, except... Okay, hang on. I don't know what I did back here, so we just set it up manually. If we get is push fall going here, Wow, this one's very spatial. It is push fall go in here, and we put the fall there, and then we do go around it to get the fall going here. And then we can get the fall push in the order we want it, and the is in the right spot. Aha. Okay. And then it's a simple matter. It doesn't matter when what order we do it. We just do that, and then we come back around and give it push, and then ba. Flag on Kiki's. Oh, I also have to be it on the same time. Oh, well, that's fine. I was about to say that's new, and I don't know how to do that, but I can just take it off push. Okay, cool. Sweet. That one's super interesting. The way it's all shaped and everything. Okay, let me get the Babas in the same spot and then do this and redo Booby Trap and try and get level is flag going on here. This is fun that we have to make it. We have to take this one level through several iterations. Level is flag should be easier to do though, right? Because we don't have to set up lava is more. I think. We just do the shift thing until... okay, so that might explain what's going on with... There's going to be something else going on here that I didn't foresee. Okay, so first things first. We don't need win. So let's do the shift situation. We'll do this and get the is shift out. That whole strategy I pulled of like blocking this off, how many pieces of text do we need for that? Because I may want the Baba just to push the level is down. Like I might want flag to end up here. So it's blocking the lava and is prepared for level is. And then I get level is here, but that would involve pushing it from further, i.e. using the Baba word, which would still require us blocking off this lava thing. So let's attempt that. You know what, if we're doing this way, we could also do level is text and get the word level up there. I wonder if that's ever going to be necessary. So the way I blocked it off before was something like this and then right? So we can do that even if we've used the word flag. Right? Oh, no, because it's flag as shift, text as shift is the way we got it all the way over there. I see the problem. Well, sorry, what I should really be asking myself is, does this need to happen with this many items? If we're, well, the number of the items isn't the problem, actually, sorry. It's can I do flag as shift? Can I shift the word I'm looking to shift over here, and then still block this off? I don't think it's something I can, like, set up beforehand, because the best I could get is here beforehand. Oh, well, how far can I just get this by just shoving text? There's the question. I doubt it's that simple, but how far can I get it? It's so fun that a level we've already ostensibly completed and gotten the level is quality from, still we revisit it in this way. And it still has level for us. Okay, this is about as far as I go. If I could get it one more, we'd be great, because no, well, yeah, if I could get it one more without dying, it would be awesome. So if there's some way to do that with flag as shift, with the flag being oh, I know how. Nope, never mind. The flag is flag. I was going to say by saying flag is text. Anyway, I am now understanding what this corridor was about. I was wondering what it was about during the first time we were through here. I think it is to specifically force you to get flag here and then do this. So I think that is the idea, is you're using the shift stuff to get the word flag over here, so it blocks the lava from here when you go down here to get Baba to push level is down one, which means you do still have to block the flow of lava as you did the first time you did it. And I think the only way to get something out is to lose a word to this corner here so that you can get past the belt. It's got to be level is flag, right? That's what's going on here, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're going to get rid of the wall is stop to somehow get those flag words at the top left out. I think we are getting this flag word over to where that level is. And I may as well just preemptively put this where it ought to be. I think we are going to... Well, either we get flag here and then just go... because we don't have to survive it. So we don't need the Baba word for it, actually. So yeah, we don't have to get... The lava does not have to be blocked. The lava does not have to be blocked off if we can get... Well, not necessarily. If we can find us... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't. Because why would we need this word to get flag here? And if we can get flag here, it's okay if we disappear to do this. So we don't need to block off the lava, maybe. We need to find some other way to get flag further along. It's okay if it ends up in like a chain of words here. Because we don't need to get down here, it's okay if there's a word here and then flag because we can go buh. Oh, sorry. How far were we able to get flag earlier? Or just any piece of text? Okay, yes. So, so if we're doing the flag and text shifting each other thing, and then flag and is end up here, we can cut it off in the order. It would be the order, take out flag as shift, such that it's just text that is shift, and then text will put the flag over here, and then, we can't have flag be shift while it's already over there. Never mind, that doesn't make sense. If flag has to be the furthest along word, and the is shift would have to come after it. Still, I don't see how getting Baba out would help you with this. The only thing it would help you do is start the level as statement without ceasing to be. I'm sort of feeling like the solution here will be simpler than it was to get level is Baba. Like this sort of victory lap version of this stage, so to speak, where you're getting level is flag is likely to be easier because of how involved the other one was. I feel like we're not going to use quite all the same mechanics. If you see what I mean? It's crazy how just a shift in your objective makes it feel like such a different puzzle end level, though. I don't think there's any way I could get flag in here facing up and being shift so that we could get another word back out. If we could get another word in here, it would be trivial to get flag here and then go right and everything. Well, I could like push the flag as another object. That would have to be, it'd have to be text for that. Is there anything moving this flag could help us with? Because if it's here and shift, it's facing right for one thing, which is nice, but that it can only be shift if flag is not at the far right, which it is presumably necessary that it be to get as far as possible. Oh, I guess if you have text as shift, the flag acts as an extra sort of space, doesn't it? Ah, okay. I think I just sat there in silence, like thinking about it for like 4 minutes, and that came to me. I think that's gotta be it. When I say an extra space, I mean if you put it in the middle, so to speak, of the conga line, whatever you're shifting shifts it, which will push the next thing, because push things. So if we were to set it up like, we'd have to do like this, in fact, it doesn't have to be the dead middle, but just somewhere inside the whole chain. As long as you keep text as shift intact, I think this basically gives us an extra space so we can get it to the spot where I wanted it to be, and text is and flag isn't shift, so we can do this, and then this. Oh, good, okay. That genuinely just took, like, I had to just think about all the words I had and how they could be used. So I was right, it was basically simpler than getting that level to become a Baba, which I had basically expected, but it's very tightly designed. Wow, that's incredible that one stage can have... Oh, I mean, the flag, just the win solution isn't really a solution. You don't have to do anything, really. But basically, 2 unique solutions store within it that require such a different mindset, even though the set of words you have is basically is the same. Excellent, so now that we have a flag, we can use it to break this door open, or this door open, next time on Baba Is You, because that's all the time we have for now. But a fine volley of solutions it was. So we are 6 stages deep in an area that appears to have 16, perhaps plus 3, and they show no signs of getting easier, my friends, so we better lock the heck in. I said that really weird, I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. The next video on the channel is going to be some more Persona 3 Portable. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! Those are the basics of Eastern meditation. Oh, I did? Okay, I thought there was going to be more to that. You don't need much to meditate. All that's required is a quiet environment and some time. It doesn't take long, but you should allot at least 15 minutes for it. Now for the practicalities. First, your posture. Choose a position